Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Above the raging high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of A Safe Space for Women. I'm your host, as usual. Before we get started, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and download to the podcast. I truly appreciate it. What is happening, everybody, out there in this crazy world? It has been I would say, a wild week. It's been a great week for me, actually, but in the world, it has been complete chaos. And we may get to that today, but today was a great day for me. Honestly, it's been a great week. It is Thursday. Yes, it's been a lot going on since the last time we talked. Actually getting prepared for my aunt's funeral tomorrow. Then that I'm not looking forward to. Um, as I mean, no one looks forward to a funeral. But I mean, only good thing about that, I will get to see a lot of my relatives that I haven't seen in a while, and you know, you get to spend time. I'm real big on family, and um, definitely that's something that I've been working on the last couple of years, just staying in touch with people and spending time and bonding with bonding with people. So I do look forward to that part of it, but the whole funeral thing, I've never been a fan of that. I've never, yeah, I don't think anybody enjoys funerals. So, and today I kind of like I woke up, I didn't really want to work out, which I'm coming to learn that like the days where I really don't want to fucking work out, those are like the best days. Because it was worth it. The day I got up, I didn't do any running. I trained legs, and I mean overall, just it turned out to be a good day. And I kind of like sometimes I gotta force myself because like I'll come back home after taking my daughter to school, and then I'll be like, man, I'm just lay around and relax. Like I'm like, no, I'm not, because I know I wasn't working out tomorrow because I have the service and I got other things I got to do tomorrow. So yeah, I was like, I gotta work out today because I'm not going to be at the gym again until Monday. But and even the other day on Tuesday, I woke up and I didn't feel like doing. I really didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like running, and I forced myself to go run. I was like, if I don't do it today, what made me go run was I had checked the weather, and it was supposed to rain Wednesday, Thursday. It rained Wednesday, but it didn't rain today. But I went down there and I don't know. I had only planned when I got down. I finally got down to the art museum. I was like, I'm gonna run 5 miles, two and a half up, two and a half back to my car. And then next thing I know, I was just running. Like I just kept going and going, and the trail was trailing, and I ran all the way to the end of the trail and ended up doing in total 7.8. So I was super proud of myself because that's the longest distance I've ever ran. And now I know I can do it. So now I'm kind of like I don't know. I always want to like challenge myself. So now I feel like next time I run, I gotta like, excuse me, I gotta find out a way to get to 8 miles. Oh, excuse me, get to 8 miles or run more or start at a different spot so I can get more miles. But yeah, it was running just continues to be like something that I hate but love to do. It really, I can't say enough. It just puts me in a much better space. Obviously physically, but just mentally, like emotionally. Like when I'm done running, I feel like I can do anything. And that normally right after running, I go and hit the gym anyway because I got all this time. I'm still out of work, which is another story. We're not getting into that though. But yeah, that's why I try so hard to really just work out in days where I don't feel like it, man. It does a lot. Like I said, it's really about your mental health. It really is, man. If you wake up and whatever your routine is, you feel like not doing it, just get to it. Um, just get the what they call it, get the oils going, and then you'll be good. So last week we had what I do last week. I had to go to Jordan's back to school night. I haven't done a back to school night in quite a while. Because I just haven't had to do them. You know what I mean? I think the last back to school night I might have did was Gabby in the ninth grade, and that was just because it was a brand new school. Wanted to check out the scenery, make sure everything was safe, make sure everything was good. But for Jordan's, it actually was kind of like it was really nostalgic because she, as you know, she goes to my old elementary school, so it's really decent to see that certain things are still the same, but then other things they're changing. Like there's a bathroom in every classroom now, which I think is fucking crazy because when we were kids, obviously 30 some odd years ago, that just wasn't. You had to go down the hallways and find, you know what I mean, get a hall pass or get someone to accompany you at that age. And yes, another thing I really enjoy, like talking to the teachers and having conversations with them about my daughter and how much they love her. And she's always full of energy and she's always well behaved and well mannered. Those are the two things I love hearing. That she's well behaved and well mannered because obviously that's a reflection of me and everybody that's pouring into her and making sure she knows what to do and how she's representing us and representing our home in a good way. She took me to the computer lab, and this is what I was really hyped about because they got a brand new computer lab, and with computers that are only like they're like Mac desktops, and the computer lab teacher was telling me he's teaching like computer software and stuff. And when they get to like third and fourth grade, he's going to teach them Final Cut Pro, which I was like, what? Like, because so if for those of y'all that don't know, Final Cut Pro is it's podcasting software. Like it's video software you can use to edit your podcast and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, it's really it's a lot to take in. And pause. It's a lot, and you gotta really understand that stuff. And for me, it was kind of complicated for me when I was trying to use it. It was too much going on. For me, I like things to be very simple. So, but it's a really good software to use for your podcast. But yeah, so he was telling me, long story short, he's going to teach them beginning third and fourth grade, somewhere in the area about how to use that. And it's just like, I don't know. Overall, the things that they have access to is, and that we didn't, it's just simply amazing. And then one last thing I noticed about this school in comparison to that trifling ass school she was in last year, they get dojo points. Like Jura gets dojo points every day. And I can't even remember a time where she got dojo points at the other school. And it just goes to show, like, you know what I mean? Just they care, you know what I mean? Because she was telling me, like, yeah, Dad, I got dojo points. I can use them to get like treats and candy or whatever. Like they use it towards stuff in the classroom. Again, which is really decent because if they're all behaving themselves, and it's just good, man. And the teacher, she's a sweetheart. She's really good to Jordan. Jordan, like one thing about Jordan, if she don't like you, she gonna let it be known. But if she like you, she's absolutely gonna let it be known. So yeah, it's pretty dope. All right, back to me though. And kind of the stuff I wanted to talk about today. So, like lately, I kind of been like feeling a shift in my energy towards people, and like, how can I say it? It's like I identify like certain types of energies and certain types of people that I just don't want to be around. And like I'm slowly but swiftly distancing myself from people and just allowing the space to become space uh, because I'm just noticing things. And I'm noticing things that I don't feel like I should have to speak on. Um, and it doesn't necessarily mean they're doing anything to me. It's just like I don't want to be around you or deal with you or talk with you if every time we hold a conversation, your problems drain me. You know what I mean? Like that is really uh difficult, and it's really becoming a boundary for me because while I want to be there for people and my friends and stuff like that, sometimes it's just like, yo, not today. Like I ain't got it today. And this is something you have the same problems all the time, and it's really fucking draining. And that's with acquaintances, friends, family. Like you have to really just, again, because ultimately it's about me. Like I need to be okay. I need to have something left for me. And it's like you ever be having like a really good ass day, and someone calls you, and then you're actually like looking forward to talking to them, but you get on the phone with them and everything just fucking goes left. Like, and it's not because you guys are arguing or having a disagreement. It's because of whatever the fuck they got going on. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of times people call and like they just unload on me and pause. And like without even as much as checking to see if like I'm okay or what I got going on. It's been times when people call me and like I'll answer that. It's my mistake for answering the phone, but I'll answer like hello. And like I got some shit going on, like some shit that's really bothering me, and like and it's just like, yo, like I'm on overload and um I can't I just can't operate again. It's just another boundary. Just we boundaries. This is the year of boundaries. I also kind of just begin to kind of like step away from people that I feel uh again, we're none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be perfect, anything like that. I'm gonna say it before I say this. But when I identify, I notice that you're like you treat other people differently than you treat other people. Like you mistreating certain people, or I feel like almost like you operating fake. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Like I don't want to be around that either because I can't. You can't be super nice to me and then I watch you be like super shitty of a human being to somebody else, and because it makes me uncomfortable. It's like I don't. Yeah, I can't do it. You know what I mean? And again, just back to like I don't feel the need to point out, argue, debate, make a big deal about the things that people are doing in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like because the way you alleviate it is just deaden it. You dead the situation. You remove yourself, and now like because you are who you are. Whatever your problems is are going to be over there, but they're not going to be in my space. And yeah, I just back. I can't save everybody. You know what I mean? So it's really about focusing on protecting my energy, protecting my peace. As cliche as that sounds, that's really what it's about, man. So yeah, excuse me. So this past weekend, Jordan went on another overnight, and I was home alone. Uh, for the yeah, I was home alone for the first time in well, not the first time because 2 weeks ago I was home alone. But what was I doing? I think I was out. I think I went out or I was with friends or whatever. So it kind of was a little slightly different. Uh, but yeah, I was home alone and it was weird. It gets weirder and weirder. I felt fucking lost, like without nobody being in the house, without her being here. Because it's always me and her. We're like a tag team. We're just always Jordan and Dad. We're here everywhere. So like, I'm quickly realizing like seriously, it is really an adjustment. Um, by me not being in work, it's more noticeable. Uh, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little difficult to sleep. Like, I mean, granted, that night the fight was on, so in fairness, like I was gonna be up anyway. But it was like I went to lay down and it was just like it took me a minute to fall asleep, and then I think I still ended up getting up early. It all around it was weird, man, and it's like because I mean your kids are your kids, but like slowly but surely, um, and I don't want any of my other kids to hear this and feel like slight or anything like that. But she is the baby. She's the one with me all the time. Jordan has like slowly become like my life, my world. Like everything revolves around her. You know what I'm saying? Not in a favorite type of way. That's just the way it is. Like that's really my little BFF. Um, and like it's really hard to be alone in the house, yo. I ain't gonna fake it. And realizing like ultimately like one day there won't be any kids here. Like it'll just be me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, empty house. Like I gotta get one of them girlfriend things. You know what I mean? That everybody talk about. Like I remember I was sitting there thinking about it. Like that meme. I feel like a meme that pops up and says like, "What do you guys do when you get in a relationship? What do you do with it? Do you walk it? Do you feed it? Do you water it?" And that's kind of how I felt. And like, as much as of a joke I want to make about having a girlfriend, like I've honestly become burnt out with the aspect of dating, the aspect of talking to people. I had these conversations this week because me and Talisa actually went on like a 5 mile walk. Me and my sister we had lunch and we covered a whole bunch of stuff, but like it was just like inconsistency really turns me the fuck off. I'm sorry. Like as much as I hear like women complain about men being inconsistent, women are if not worse or equally as fucking inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? And like the only thing I'm finding that's consistent with folks is that they have the same fucking problems. You know what I mean? Like it's continuous, and it's really led to me to have like more deal breakers. Like I really like I'm just adding them on. Like as I which is the fun part about I guess dating, talking, getting to know people, getting to know more about myself. But you already know I don't want no more kids. No more motherfucking kids. I don't think I necessarily want to date anybody with small children. I think before I said I don't want to date anybody with kids, but that's not necessarily realistic, and that's not really the issue. I just don't think I want to date anybody with small kids, and that's more about well, it's two things. It's about dating somebody with small kids, growing the attachment, and it doesn't work out. I just love kids, and then the other part of it is me being because I know someone's gonna say, "Oh, that's selfish. You got kids. You got small kids." Yeah, here's why it's not selfish. Because I am a person with small kids, I understand how difficult it is to maneuver with small kids. I know that if I want to do something, I have to make arrangements for Jordan, a sitter, something, or it got to be done while she's in school, or maybe on an overnight. Like I have to. My life is geared and scheduled around her schedule. So dating somebody else with small kids and they have that same issue that I have, it would compound the issue. Also, my situation is unique to the point where I have an overnight sitter. I have older kids that would watch their, you know, come and watch their sibling, and I have different options, you know, that the other person may not, and I know that would frustrate me. You get what I'm saying? So and maybe that part of it could be selfish, but it's just like I know me. I'm a person that I like when I want to move, I need to move. Um, the other deal breaker is, and some are gonna say I'm doing too much, but I think they either need to be in the gym or they need to have the ability to understand like that part of my life and why working out is so important to me and why going to the gym is like the thing that I need to do to, you know, function. And I say that because I used to date somebody that just didn't get it. You know what I mean? And that thought was actually triggered by a video that popped up. I forgot her name. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen. But it was triggered by a video that I saw. She had posted. She was like, you know, I used to date a guy before my workout, you know, my workout journey and things like that, my weight loss journey, that was in the gym 2 or 3 hours a day. And I just swore he was cheating. I was swore he was cheating. And she was just like, now that I'm like in the gym and like that's what I like to do, I get it. You know what I mean? And like when she was saying, I'm like, it makes perfect sense because when you think about it, so like take me for example. When I on days where I go run, if I go run 5K at the track, that's about an hour. It takes me about 38 to 42 minutes to run it. So we're talking about drive time to the track, me put my shoes on, bullshit and whatever, driving, all that. And then from there, I said that's we're gonna count an hour. From there, I go to the gym. Now when I go to the gym, I'm touching weights for anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. Normally an hour and a half to 2 hours. You get what I'm saying? So already just in workout time alone, we had 3 hours. We still got the travel time back home, which comes out to be a little over probably 3.5 hours. You get what I'm saying? So someone that doesn't understand uh, gym life or hasn't been to a gym or has never invested that type of time into their body would not get it. And yeah, so I don't think I could date anybody that doesn't understand it or isn't in the gym. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Um, and even in that situation with me, I think the person I just dated, not think, I know the person I was dating at the time, was just insecure, you know what I mean? And which led to her having cheating accusations against me, which made absolutely no sense. Um, but yeah, it was just yeah, that's another deal breaker for me. And another thing, like as it pertains to dating, I was talking to Lisa about, and we were just like we are. I'm 39, so like we are all pretty much same age. We're approaching very quickly like the midlife crisis age. Like we do not have time for games. We do not have time for people to be trying to fucking find themselves and um dealing with like underlining shit that should be corrected before you enter into a relationship. I don't have any interest in doing it, which is why I actually totally get why some people have strict terms and requirements. I totally get it. Because for me and just from my experience, I like a lot of my stuff is geared obviously off experience. Because I can remember pockets of time when I was in relationships, and I mean, I was absolutely fucking miserable. You know what I mean? Like depressed because of the person that I was dealing with. Um, and obviously other things probably was going on, but it's just that they was like the driving force behind it. You know what I'm saying? I made a promise to myself a long time ago. I'm never gonna feel like that again. I never want to feel like that again. You know what I mean? And I won't. So, my message to guys is just stay in your motherfucking ground. You know what I mean? Like you really, I think that's important too. Standing on whatever it is you believe in. You know, don't allow nobody daughter to stress you out. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. And you can't take shit from people. You know what I mean? Like you really can't. Um even yeah, we gonna go a little left. Even like has you're dating women and you meet a girl and she's telling you you're broke because you won't pay to get her hair done or whatever it is or pay her bills, call bullshit. Sometimes you really just gotta call bullshit and then learn to walk away from bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time, these people be running game, and it kind of feels like everybody's trying to get something from everybody, and I really hate that. That's both genders. Like everybody's trying to get something, man. But if you're a good man, first of all, you're gonna want to naturally do these things. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to be of service. Like that's a natural instinct of a man to want to do um and cater and do those types of things to the woman that he's interested in and the woman that he wants to be with. You know what I'm saying? But also do not chase. Do not chase. You understand? Um, because also if you're a smart man, you're gonna be turned off by the requirement of doing things. You get what I'm saying? Somebody tells you, I'm quickly like, I meet a girl and she like, yeah, you, me, you supposed to do this, this, and that. Like dick soft, completely turned the fuck off. I'm not interested because I already first of all I'm already a man. I know how to be a man. I know like so when someone's telling you you gotta do something, it's disturbing. It's disruptive, and I don't know what you're used to dealing with, but baby, like this ain't that. But yeah, back to not chasing. Like if you think about it, like a man is a leader, right? Leaders don't chase at all. So like why I don't it's too first of all, we all adults. I feel like everybody got too much shit going on. Niggas is working, you got a job, you got kids, you got a business, whatever you got going on. So chasing somebody down, like if somebody's not giving you attention, they not interested. So you should never at this age feel like you have to chase. That's fucking high school. That's 16, 17-year-old puppy love bullshit. Um, and also understand that like chasing and courting are two entirely different things. Two entirely different things. You know, it's also two different things. Ladies, having to and wanting to are two entirely different things. They're not the same. And again, a man will naturally want to do things for you anyway. Like I think once everybody kind of understands that, it provides for like a safer situation and like a safer landing. You know what I mean? And I just one other thing, because I kind of want to go to this subject. One other thing, can we all stop operating from a place of like pain and regret? Like I think I had posted this recently. Damn, the fuck did I post? It's like all our expectations are rooted in the pain of a previous relationship. You know what I mean? Like we've been through all these things. So I think we got to do a better job of like, all right, like, because everything is not always going to work out. But okay, look at my, like for me, I just look at my past relationships or situations, whatever's going on and what went wrong, whether it was me or them, what I was aligned, you know what I mean? Dissect it, but also take the lesson, learn the lesson, but don't bring like that baggage or whatever negative happened there and bring it and then pile it all on the next person. I think that's really like what's kind of got everybody like doing all the wrong shit is because my stupid ass cat is because people are hurting, people are not healed. You know what I mean? Healed properly. Some people think they are healed, but they're not. You know, you're still carrying that, and it turns into like oh, well, I ain't I did, I had this happen to me, so now I'm gonna treat every chick foul because of this one girl that did me dirty and vice versa. And I just think that's not the right way to do. Like, that's not the right thing to do. Also, ladies, I think I gotta understand that for every woman that's been dealt dirty, there's a man who's been dealt just as dirty. The only difference is we don't broadcast it. We also don't talk about it, but we don't broadcast it. I think we should talk about it more. Don't gotta broadcast it, but you should be a little more open about it. But it's just because men are naturally just designed to kind of like endure pain and keep it fucking moving. And yeah, having realistic expectations too. Like, you really gotta have a realistic idea of what you want, and I want to really drill in the word realistic, and what you're gonna tolerate, and that's it, really. Like, seriously, and when I say realistic, it just operate from understanding that everybody's not gonna be perfect. And this is coming from somebody who I struggle with that part, not understanding that the woman that I end up with is not going to be perfect, and um, giving grace, being patient, and like, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. But if I'm good at everything that I do and I do everything well, how can I appreciate anything you do for me? You know what I'm saying? That's what I guess that kind of sums up about people being perfect, if that makes sense. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. Um, but yeah, I just think I think relationships have become overcomplicated, basically because of pain. Like, people have been through things, and now it's like, yeah, everything's just over fucking complicated, and it could be a lot more simpler. It is hard because a lot of people I talk to, myself included, everyone's easily turned off, disturbed, disrupted, bothered, and there's a fear of, like, going through some shit that you went through before. And a lot of us, myself included, we don't want to go through that. I get it, but I still think we all overcomplicate it. Not me. I don't think I overcomplicate it. I just think I don't have patience. But a lot of people I know, like, everybody's overcomplicating and overthinking it, when, like, just go get some fucking food with somebody, have a conversation, and see where it goes. Uh, Something I wasn't sure I was gonna talk about today, but I feel like I kind of have to. Because while I've learned to stay away from politics and all that stuff, I stay far the fuck away from that. Um, we all saw it. Everybody knows it. The Charlie Kirk assassination. It was on everything. All If you had a phone, TV, it was on everything. Where was I? I was here when it happened. Actually, I was sitting here. I think I was doing podcast work because my daughters was here. I think I was doing podcast work. I think I was sitting exactly where I'm sitting at right now when it happened. And it popped up on my phone, and I'm speaking as a dad and as a father to small children. I was sick. I was disgusted. I was disturbed. I was saddened. I thought, like, that's probably the worst thing that his children are ever going to see in their lives, and they got to remember that for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? Like, that is where I sat at. I don't, because I'm not. I know how to separate the two. That's just me. I don't think um, anyone deserves to die because of, like, what they believe in, whether, you know what I mean, whether you're a Christian and I'm Muslim, and so on. Like, no matter what it is, I think there's other ways to deal with those type of situations. But I was also looking at it from the perspective of, like, where I sit, like, as a content creator. Like, I have a podcast. I use my platform to talk about whatever I want to talk about, mental health. If I want to talk shit, I could do that. Whatever I want to say on here, I can do it. Because we have free speech and all of this stuff. It's mine. I can do what I want here. Like, I don't work for anybody, and so on. So I feel like he used this platform for free speech, and he actually was using it to have, like, open debates about stuff, which I actually I thought was cool. The actual, like, having debates with people about whatever y'all wanted to talk about, like, you know what I mean, like openly having the conversations. I think having conversations about anything is always healthy. I think now I've learned that in therapy, but yeah, but killing and attacking somebody because of their beliefs is really, I mean, just honestly, it's unacceptable. And the closest thing I'm trying to, like, I don't even have a comparison, but coming from like a religious family, and I'm talking about me now. I don't always agree with the things that my folks believe in, and they don't always agree or like the things that I do. I'm certain of it. I'm sure of it. A prime example would be when I had gotten married. I obviously I found out through afterwards through like the grapevines, or my good old best friend. Like there were just people there that I invited, but like talking shit about me and stuff like that. And granted, the marriage didn't work out, but that's neither here nor there. But it was just like, and then when I say talking shit, I mean like they weren't in favor of me marrying the person I married. You get what I'm saying? But I also don't believe that in that setting. That's the energy you should be bringing. Which is why if I ever get married again, some people just already they're already off the list. You ain't invited. So if you one of them people, you know you're not coming to my next wedding. But yeah, back to my point. Like my grandma was extremely religious. You know what I mean? And I particularly remember her. God rest her soul. First of all, I particularly remember her saying, because at the time my sister was dating another girl, and I have a cousin. He came out. He was dating guys, and my grandma found out about it, and I'll never forget it. And this is about her religious beliefs. She was like, their partners can never step foot in her house. And again, this is teenage me. I'm like, because I'm looking at the most loving and forgiving person I have ever known in my life saying this. And I'm like, damn, like at the time, I'm like, I thought I thought she was insane. I'm like, what? Like, but it's her house, it's her rules, it's her beliefs. She stands firm on it. She believes in it. And like that's kind of an example. Like, but does she does like would it have been okay for my cousin or my sister to do something to my grandma based upon what she believed? I don't think no, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I think and it's a lower scale, but I'm trying to get a comparison as close as I can get to make sense. But yeah, I just overall I thought it was fucked up. I didn't like it. I seen a lot of stuff on social media, and I kind of just keep scrolling because I try not to indulge in negativity. Especially now that I've learned that when you like someone posts something you don't like, as if you don't like people's stuff, your algorithm changes. I know someone's gonna tell me I'm old for not knowing that, but yeah, I've learned that over the last couple weeks. If you just don't like certain shit, you just won't get it on your algorithm, which is a better way that I've learned to control my shit. Also, pay real close attention to anybody that celebrates evil. I don't care what it is. Like that part, and that's more about my upbringing. Um, like I don't agree and I don't align with a lot of his views, but two things can be true at once. Like I hope everybody know that. Like it can be really sad how someone dies or that someone died and that now that those kids don't have a dad and um that lady doesn't have a husband. You know what I mean? Somebody lost their son. And then it could also possibly be true that this person is not a good person. You get what I'm saying? Like two things can be true at once. And not to say that I believe he's not a good person. I don't know him. But it's just like two things can be true at once. And but I will say this, I do appreciate that he brought attention to certain things. I'm not gonna get into those certain things because I don't want to do the whole politic thing here. But I do want to focus on this. The biggest thing I see that's going on right now, and it's really been since the Trump election, like there's so much division amongst us. And it's like, why is the world so fucking angry? Why is everybody so angry? Why do like why does it have to be one way? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I believe in what I believe in, you believe in what you believe in, and we still love and care about each other and we still friends? It's just like I feel like if you don't agree with someone's opinion, it's like, oh, cancel them. Oh, fuck them. We can't fuck with them. And I feel like it's bordering on like free speech being like wiped away, or like the right to have an opinion is being destroyed. And it's like if I think the like my favorite color is green, and you come along and say, no, the best color is red, like, are we supposed to fight? Like, it's fucking retarded. And it's like, do y'all know that it's okay to have an opinion? Like, you can actually have a fucking opinion about shit, and that's it. You know what I mean? And it's just like I've even it's just like it's opinions. That's really all it is, man. I just think everybody gotta chill, man. It's really not that deep. It's really not that deep, y'all. Y'all gotta, I think, yeah, and everybody needs to fucking relax. You know what I mean? It's social media. Like, social media used to be such a wonderful place to come to and just joke and post pictures and have fun and laugh and joke and play and pause. Used to be to poke people on Facebook. Like, it used to be fun, and now it's so serious. It's like you log in and it's just like, oh, if you like Charlie Kirk, you're a racist. If you voted for Trump, you're a racist. Oh, or if you did voted this way, you're not black. If you don't support Sherelle Parker, you're not black. It's just like, what? If you, it's gotten, everything is so over politicized. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. Like, make life fucking great again. Like, I'm fucking over this shit, man. Uh, oh, something I want to cover real fast. So I had recently, like, and this is where my maturity and my growth is kicking in. I had recently posted something, so I saw like a video of like Ozempic getting sued for like side effects and shit like that, and I had like posted and I was like, "See, I told y'all, don't get the shot. Don't be putting shit in your body. This, and that." Now, I did not mean to offend anybody. I was speaking from a place of just not understanding, and actually, really, just my preference. You know what I mean? I didn't mean any malice by it. So if I offended you, I genuinely apologize. I didn't mean to do it. But the way I figured out I did offend people was because, like, people started like randomly like texting me and or reaching out to me and explaining to me that, oh, they did take it and this is why they did. And I was like, I actually was like getting uncomfortable because I was just reposting some shit I saw, and like, maybe there's a little ignorance there, but like jokingly, but being serious, because I don't like to just put shit in my body. But yeah, the posters Ozempic was getting sued and shit like that, and I just felt like people that didn't need to explain anything to me was explaining shit to me. And I don't know. My thing is, it's personal to me. I really just don't like putting any old thing in my body. And also, I don't like needles. I really don't. I'm a bitch. I don't like needles. I hate getting blood work, y'all. I really do. Like, I would much rather fucking wrestle alligators. I really do. I really would, man. Like, I hate needles, and I gotta go. I gotta get a workup. I think in like 2 months. Like, I am not looking forward to it. They take all this blood from you and shit. I don't like needles, y'all. I ain't about to fake it. Uh, I ain't got no plug today, but I did want to point out it is Suicide Prevention Month, y'all. So, if you've lost somebody to suicide, if you experienced or had to deal with it, you can relate. It's a really serious thing. I have some stats for y'all. The next episode, I didn't get any of that, but I'm pretty sure I covered it last year. But you could text or dial 988 if you're going through anything, if you need help, ask for it. Tell somebody, talk to somebody, text somebody, email somebody, something. The strongest thing you can do is admit that you and acknowledge that you are not okay. It is nothing weak about that. There's nothing weak about saving your life. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with asking for help. It isn't nothing wrong with doing that. And if you are out there and you are going through something, I want you to know, like, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are worthy of life. You know what I mean? You can get through anything, no matter what, and you'll come out better than what you were on the other side of it. You just gotta reach out. You gotta get some help, and just be transparent about it. You're lovable, and everything is gonna be okay. That's all I got for y'all, man. I'll talk to y'all. I don't know when. If y'all notice, I don't have drop dates no more. I just drop now. I really do. Um, I really, so I wanted to drop, honestly. I would prefer to drop every 2 weeks, but kind of like now, I just kind of just drop whenever I got time or feel like recording. And I don't mean it in an arrogant way. I don't have a set date, but just be on the lookout. It'll go straight to your phone if you subscribed like you're supposed to. So like, share, review, download, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.